The brain is life's engine. Without it, we are simply a heartbeat. The brain allows for creativity, uniqueness, and our most essential motor skills. The frontal lobe houses the abilities to reason, plan, solve problems, and process speech and emotions. It is the last to develop but one of the most important lobes. Essentially, the frontal lobe allows for individuality, personality, and opinions. In a study by scientists at McLean Hospital in Massachusetts, they discovered that adults and teenagers registered facial expressions from different parts of the brain. Adults use the more rational prefrontal cortex, while the teenagers use the amygdala that is responsible for instincts and impulsive behavior. The frontal lobe finishes development in the mid-20s. The parietal lobe is responsible for movement, orientation, recognition, and perceptions of stimuli. Its main purpose is sensory perceptions such as pain and temperatures. Congenital analgesia is a rare condition that affects the parietal lobe. Congenital analgesia is the inability to feel physical pain. This condition can be potentially fatal because those who have it usually don't know when something is hurting them. Ashlyn Blocker from Patterson, Georgia, has this disorder caused by an abrasion on her parietal lobe. This condition has brought about several dangerous situations, including chewing off part of her tongue and second-degree burns on her hands. There are no cures or treatments for congenital analgesia. Only self-awareness can help dangerous situations. The occipital lobe is purely for visual processing. The images taken in by this lobe are then distributed to other parts of the brain for identification and response. If damaged, the occipital lobe malfunctions may include inability to distinguish colors and impairment or loss of vision. The majority of individuals that are born blind adapt to life by heightening their other senses, especially oral stimuli controlled by the neighboring temporal lobe. The temporal lobe is responsible for auditory stimuli, memory, and speech. It is my temporal lobe at work right now that allows me to talk and hear myself so that I can effectively convey information to you. Your temporal lobe is also at work by listening and registering the information so that it can be organized by the parietal lobe. Damage done to the right side of the temporal lobe can often lead to misinterpreting situations. These misinterpretations include thinking someone is angry when they are not, or being withdrawn when they think the person is disinterested. A known treatment for this condition is extensive social skills training. The brain is life's engine. Without it, we are simply a heartbeat. The brain allows for creativity, individuality, and our most essential motor skills. It is only by using it properly and to its fullest extent can we live to our greatest potential.